Place vacuum former on a solid surface and plug into an outlet. Turn heating element located on the top away from the machine. Correctly position MouthGuard material sheet in the machine and secure the latch. Lift the base plate up and tighten the knob only on one side. By tightening on only one side, it makes it easier to loosen quickly when needed to drop the material onto the mold. Correctly center the maxillary study model, fabricated in dental stone, on the vacuum former under the raised base plate. Replace top heating element over raised base plate using the knob. Turn switch on to heat. The material will warm and form a sag. This should sag down about 1/2 to 1 inch. You're going to turn the heat off, loosen the handle on the base plate, and quickly drop material onto the mold and turn switch to vacuum. Should vacuum for about 30 to 45 seconds. Turn the vacuum former off. Remove mold by corners of the material. You're going to make your first cut with your surgical scissors to remove the excess material around the outer base of the mold. Be sure not to touch the teeth or the alveolar ridge with your fingers. Hold mold by the palate and the base. You're going to trim the material away from the edge of the base and the retromolar pads. By removing this extra material, it will make it easier to remove the MouthGuard when you're ready for your second cut. You will then let this sit for 30 to 60 seconds to finish cooling. To prepare for the second cut, the MouthGuard needs to be carefully removed from the mold. This is done by working your way around the MouthGuard and the mold with the tip of your scissors. You're going to release the MouthGuard from the mold, carefully and lifting straight up to ensure not breaking any teeth. Once the MouthGuard is off the mold, trim the material that is at the junction of the base and the vestibule so it falls just below the mucobuccal fold, as well as the maxillary anteriors. Next, cut the soft palate area. This will be trimmed more at your final trim, but for now you just want to remove a section to be able to place it back on the mold. Molds do not need to be a one-time use. If a MouthGuard is removed properly and the mold is cared for, it can be used for several MouthGuards for an athlete. Place the MouthGuard back on the mold as quick as possible and let completely cool for about approximately an hour to avoid distortion and loosening of the MouthGuard. Once the MouthGuard is completely cooled, make a final trim with sharp scissors or polishing brushes. If you choose to use the scissors and the torch method, carefully trim excess material to fall just under the vestibule while allowing free movement of all frenna. Trim small amounts of the MouthGuard away, place back on the mold to check for height in the vestibule. Finish anterior portion of the MouthGuard by trimming a triangle to allow the maxillary anterior frenum free movement. You also want to remove excess material and rough edges on the retromolar pad and the palate, leaving enough on the palate for appropriate coverage.